In today's video, I'm going to share with you a really simple tip to improve your chipping around the edge of the green. This little tip is going to really help you set the pressure onto your lead side and give you a bit more freedom on that through movement. Stay tuned for more info. Welcome back to the TruGolf Academy. You join me, Jon Watts, today at Branston Golf and Country Club. I'm round one of our chipping greens here as I set this up in the sunshine. Now the rain's started, but I'm going to share with you a really simple tip to improve your short game. So one of the biggest faults I see is not enough pressure being placed onto that lead side, or at least maintained on that lead side. So people might start there but lean back, or maybe don't set enough pressure onto that lead side. And the other thing I tend to see is players trying to limit their hips on the way through, perhaps trying to keep the head down or their body still, and we tend to either see them stop at impact or flick and use a bit of hand action. So I've got a simple, really simple tip for you. I've just placed another club on the floor and I'm going to be simply standing on that with my trail foot. So my trail foot, the one furthest away from the target, is my right foot here, is going to stand on the center of this shaft, and it's almost like a balance point, like a pivot. So if my pressure went to my back foot, I'd feel my foot roll to the outside edge, my inside of my foot lifts. I want to feel like I start with my pressure already set to the inside edge of my trail foot. So actually most of my pressure is onto my lead foot over here onto my left side. So I'm trying to feel like I set the pressure onto that lead side and keep it there. And the other thing I want to feel with this is almost like a runner off a block. Instead of that movement, we're going to be feeling like it a sideways movement. So I want you to allow yourself to push off that club shaft into your foot. So it's a small push, allowing your trail knee to move towards your lead knee. That's allowing my hips and my chest to keep opening. A fault I see very regularly is players' bodies very limited, very locked almost, and then we either stop at impact or we end up seeing the club pass our hands. So the pressure is felt onto my lead foot because my trail foot is rolled onto the inside edge, and then I really want to feel like I'm pushing off that runner's block here, allowing my hips to actually rotate a little bit more open. I want my hips to open, I want my torso to open, to allow my hands to work on an arc, the club to work on an arc inwards. I'm not trying to swing straight down the line. Again, there is definite rotation in this movement. Now I've done a video, I guess with a similar idea, talking about a couple of basics at chipping, and I get a lot of people chipping better where they take their trail foot back up onto the toe, and that's what I was showing this video, and I'll put the link up here. Well worth a watch if this is something you struggle with. And having that foot that way, the only pressure that's under my trail foot is on my toe, and I still want a similar thing. I want that rotation on the way through. But this is another simple drill and exercise that you could do on the practice area to get that feeling that your pressure is onto the lead side and that your trail side moves towards the lead side, allowing your body to open, giving you a bit of freedom. Now, this is quite a difficult chip shot because we've got some undulations in the green. And without making too many excuses, this green has been sanded this morning and hasn't been fully rubbed in yet. So it may not roll out quite as I imagined, but I've put a land zone there around 2 yards onto the green on the top of the hill. I then want it to roll down the hill up and to the other side. And I've put a 3-foot circle around the flag there. That's my target zone, if you like. And I've chosen for this a 9-iron because I want the ball to roll a little bit more than I want it to fly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the ball into position just so I can keep my right foot, my trail foot, on this club shaft that feels like that balance point, that pivot point. And I'm trying to get that feeling that I'm already rolled to the inside edge, and I'm allowing my foot a bit of freedom, my knee a bit of freedom. So my trail side moves to my lead side for my lead side to open. Let's give that a go. So I could feel the difference with my trail foot there. I want to feel rolled inwards, and I want to feel like I push off that point. So I'm looking at my landing zone, and I landed that just on the edge of my landing zone there. You'll have seen it pretty close, therefore it's just missed a little to the left, but the right distance. Again, this exercise, just with that club shaft under the foot, is really going to give you the sensation of where your pressure is. Is it outside edge or inside edge of that trail foot? And the only thing I want you to think in the swing is give yourself that freedom. Allow your body to open. So let's give that a go. I'm in that fixed position here where I'm rolled onto the inside edge. I'm just going to try and land this a touch more to the right if I can. But give myself that freedom again. That strike felt good. That landed on the left edge of my circle and, oh, just rolled outside the 3-foot circle there, but pretty close. As I said, this is a tough chip, but both of those, I felt like I had that freedom to allow my body to rotate. Don't fix your lower body. It is not all arms, all shoulders. There definitely is a little bit of body movement. There's more torso rotation, there's hips, but that doesn't mean the hips have to be locked. They are allowed to rotate open for my hands to keep swinging and work on a nice arc. If you are someone who stops as you hit the golf ball or someone who's a bit flicky, this exercise is fantastic for you. Just chuck that club on the floor, get it under that trail foot, tilt that foot inwards so you feel the pressure on the inside edge, allow your body to open. If this tip has helped and you've enjoyed the content of the video, make sure you hit a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel as well to never miss a video again. Cheers guys, we'll see you soon.